First time homebuyer advice, homebuyer 101. Let's talk about overdrafts. Okay, so whether you guys are thinking about buying a house now, in 10 years, I don't care. This is something we needed to talk about. So an overdraft is when you spend more money than what's in your bank account. And it's not a good thing. Okay, and sometimes people go, oh, well, I have overdraft protection, so I just, if I go over, they'll cover it, it's okay. No, it's not okay, guys. Here's why. It's because whenever we're looking at your loan, we have to be able to show ability to repay, and part of ability to repay is that you're managing your money properly. Okay, and sometimes what I'll see is that people get excited about buying a house. I'm excited about it every day. I love it, right? And so what they'll do is they'll upload every single account they have. Do not do this, okay? If you guys have an account where maybe it's just an account that you keep some money in, but you don't really pay attention to it, and it has overdrafts, I don't want that account. Okay, show me the account where the down payment's coming from. Don't upload an account if it's negative, right? It is not a good look, okay? And if your only account has overdrafts, meaning that every single month you're spending more than you make, you need to stop. You need to do a budget and you need to rectify that issue. That's something long term. We're going to do this whole series on adulting, and this is part of adulting. You need to manage your money properly, and there's really no excuse at this point. The old school way of well, I don't know how to do an Excel sheet, or I'm not good with math. Guys, there's tech that does this stuff for free for you. I say it in every video that we talk about this. Mint.com. I love it. It's a great way to balance your money. It's also a great way to set up alerts, okay? So you can get an alert when you're about to be overdrawn. But where I see it a problem in lending, and it's look, I don't want you guys to think, oh, I have one, I can't get a house this year. No, that's not true. Look, if you have an overdraft this year, something happened, maybe a check didn't clear that was supposed to, and it makes sense, that's fine, okay? We can generally explain that away. Now, with a jumbo loan, that's not going to be fine. But with conventional government, we can generally explain one away, okay? Where it gets tricky is, let's say that you're looking at buying a house and your rent right now is $2,000 a month, and your payment's going to be $3,000, okay? We're looking at your bank statements, and every single month you're spending more than you make. How are you going to make this payment? Right? It's going up $1,000, and your bank statements are showing us that you're barely making that $2,000 payment, and you're actually having trouble doing that. That's what you guys want to be really aware of and cognitive of, because a lot of times people don't think about this. They just don't. And they're like, well, I pay my bills. What's your problem? And it's you pay your bills, but if you're constantly overdrawn, it shows us you're struggling. Okay? And you may not be struggling. You may just be terrible at managing your money, but you need to fix that. Okay, you need to fix that. This is, a little bit mortgage, a little bit, adulting, but it's time to own what's in your checking account. And if you're like, well, gosh, I'm just always out and I don't know, and I just use my debit card, guys, use a credit card. Use a credit card and then pay that off immediately with your debit card, right? But don't put yourself in a position where you're getting hit with overdrafts. And it's not just the perception from the lender. As a long-term life skill, right? Banks charge you a lot, and they really get you when you hit overdraft. You do not want to be in a position where you're paying those fees. You could be $1 overdrawn and they're going to charge you 50 bucks. That is not how you want to spend your money, right? So really take a look at your bank statements, and if you have one or you have some, don't feel shameful about it. It's okay. It's happened to me, right? I had an account that I never paid attention to, and I thought it had more than it did, and I wrote a check, and guess what? It didn't. Right? You got to pay attention to this stuff. I learned that lesson the hard way, right? Because I was all stressed out for a solid month about it, because I was like, oh my God, how did I do that? I talk about this. It happens to everyone. So you just want to be really aware of it. And if you're buying a house and you have 10 accounts, and I don't need to see every account that you guys have. I need to see the accounts that are going to be used in the transaction. If it's a jumbo loan, I'm going to want to see some reserves, which we'll do another video on. But overall, if you have an account that you barely use and it has $5 negative, just do not bring it to the party, okay? You know, show us what you've got that's positive. So I hope this video has been helpful. As always, I am licensed in 48 states to do mortgages. I am here to get you guys home, okay? So feel free to give me a call. I am happy to help. Thanks for watching.